Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to share a little bit about compassion, which is an antidote as we navigate these earthly experiences. Sometimes in our minds, we can face some pretty harsh judgments in our inner dialogue towards ourselves or towards others. If this is something that you've struggled with, you are not alone. If you find that you become real negative in your mind, real judgmental, one of the first things to check is, are you okay? Are your fundamental needs being fulfilled? Are you very hungry? Are you hangry? Did you get enough sleep? Have you had enough water? Have you had time outside? Have you gotten your exercise? Do you have somebody to talk to? Do you have a purpose? For most of us, when our basic needs are fulfilled, we usually become more open-hearted and loving. Certainly, the media and what we take in, it can really color our perception. So ask yourself, if you're feeling quite judgmental or seeing others or yourself harshly, what is it that you've been taking in? Are you attuning to thoughts and ideas? Are you attuning to a message of judgment? And if so, what messages could help you to come into alignment? For me, there are two things if I find myself getting really out of alignment or really judgmental that I always go to. One are near-death accounts, and the other is Journey of Souls, which is available for free as an audiobook. It's a book by Michael Newton. That it always gets me back anchored into the soul perspective. Now, sometimes we might have what I'm going to call, for the purpose of this video, karmic connections, where maybe someone has hurt us before in another life or in this life, and we find ourselves seeing that person really harshly. If this is you and you want to shift this, one way to do it is to come into an understanding of how, when you've been struggling in certain ways, you may have acted in the ways that that person is acting now. So maybe, for example, if that person speaks harshly to you or others, you might, in your own memory, remember a time in your life where maybe you were really sleep deprived, or maybe it was before you started to awaken to your soul and you were in a lot of fear. Maybe a time in your life where you spoke very harshly to others, or you said unkind things. Maybe you were so focused on yourself that you didn't even realize how your words would impact that other person, for example. If you can get in touch with how you've done that thing before, maybe you're not like that all the time, but maybe when you were really struggling, you acted in that way, and then feel compassion for your own struggle, often that will allow you to also feel a sense of compassion for others as well. The idea of oneness, the idea that in each person we see a bit of ourselves. I guess I experience it more as a state of being. Sometimes I could be walking through a city or something like that, and each person's eyes that I meet along the way, I feel that person as a part of a greater wholeness of which I am also a part. And sometimes in moments of exalted states of consciousness, those barriers go away. The mores of the earth plane very much teach us that we are all separate, that you're a being and you're totally separate from everyone else. The sort of culture of the soul of the spirit world is just the opposite. It's, you are a part of me and I am a part of you. And when you accept others as being part of the same thing that you're a part of, struggling with the same experience, the hopes, the dreams, but also the disappointment, the devastation, accepting that we're all more the same than we are different, often that can help with compassion. Another thing that can help with compassion is simply asking God, source, the universe, the guides, and the angels to assist you with compassion. Now, that might sound a little bit silly, but compassion, like love or forgiveness or joy, these are characteristics of the soul. And often divine beings of light wish to help us cultivate these values of the soul and these characteristics. And so sometimes you could just ask, please help me on this day. Please help me to experience greater compassion than ever before. So I encourage all of you to go ahead and give that a try. And I hope that you are all able to feel more compassion in your heart, because when you feel that compassion, often not only does it benefit those around you, but it also benefits you. From that kind of wellspring of compassion, we have greater health, we experience more love, we experience more contentment, and generally our experience of life itself is more pleasant. So I'm wishing for you all on this wonderful day, I'm wishing that you all may attune to the energy of compassion. And thank you for listening and being here on my channel. Many blessings and namaste.